Star Network, flying around the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're really lucky to have a guest on the show today, a marvelous guest that's approaching a really major problem we're having in this country that no one seems to want to talk about except the doctor. Today we have Dr. Joseph D'Angelo on the show. Doctor, welcome to the show. We're really happy to have you with us today.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate the time.
I tell you, why don't you just tell the folks about what you're doing and what's going on?
Well, we proposed back on September the 8th to Washington, D.C., and September 17th to Clark County to build what we call Joshua's Community, first eco-friendly, fully sustainable ship for the homeless and by the homeless here in the United States, actually anywhere in the world. This community is fully eco-friendly, fully sustainable, generates its own funds from within the community through renewable energies. Everything that our government and our president have been requesting.
Well, this story was brought to me by a friend about what you're doing. I watched a couple of videos, and one of the videos is where they were literally forcing the people that really didn't have a place to live in the first place off of the streets. And where are those people living now?
Well, those people right now have been scattered throughout the valley. They're living in storm drains along the highways, under trees, along the bridges, anywhere that they can find shelter and safety. You know, statistically, not just in Las Vegas, but nationally, it is known that currently today, there's close to 2 million people that are living on the streets. Out of that, yes, you always have your criminal element and or addictive element, but they're not really telling the American people how many of our veterans, how many of our children coming home from war, Afghanistan and Iraq are actually coming home with no place to go. In Las Vegas, we have very few shelters. Beds are under 200 beds for returning veterans. They're trying to build facilities, but that's one group that is left out. Elderly, children. We have tremendous gaps in our system whereby, you know, one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever seen is an 8-year-old little boy rummaging through the garbage, living on his own in the streets. And this is all over our country, not just here.
Well, this is just very unsettling and very shameful for our country. We monitor the media because of our site, all of the cable channels and all the networks 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I have seen little to no stories on the homeless problem. I mean, what's going on here?
Well, it's because it's something that people truly don't want to face. I'm very thankful for people like yourself that allow me to speak on this subject, because people don't believe, for whatever reason, that homeless or those on the streets have credibility or worth. But they're truly human beings. I'll give you an example. We're fully funded. We have people that have developed some of the largest cities in our country on our board ready to build. My problem is the federal government will not release desert land to us to build this community. Now, they know about it. I've received letters from politicians that say, thank you for your concern, but. Well, let me say about the but. I can tell you in the state of Utah, less than 4 hours from Las Vegas, there is a Best Friends Animal Shelter. They do tremendous work for animals and the care of animals, both abused and abandoned. They were granted 33,500 acres of BLM land for animals. They utilized 3,300 acres that they actually work. The other 30,000 acres is nothing more than a refuge to protect the animals from hunters. I requested 640 acres to help human beings, and I can't get anyone to listen to me. And these packages have been literally printed and dispersed all over Washington. We have networked with, of course, throughout the country, with different advocacy groups, which are all saying the same thing. My urgency is for the people. They are literally dying on the streets every day. And I come out to the American people and I say, what's truly the pandemic in this country? Is it swine flu? Granted, 33,000 people have died to date from swine flu. But we have 40 to 50,000 people every single year dying on our streets from lack of food and shelter, the homeless.
Dr. D'Angelo, you need to tell the people how they can get a hold of you that are listening today.
They can reach me through my email, which is Joe D'Angelo, DANGELO 70 @yahoo.com. They can also Google America's Third World, which is a website that networks throughout the country for the homeless, and also a private number, 702-809-9200. They can actually reach me directly. We need somebody in your listening audience, Michael, that will stand up, or if they have the connections, we need to speak to Ken Salazar, Secretary of the Interior.
Hey there,
or
Joe.
Bob Addy, Director of BLM.
Well,
They
they
have the power of the pen to change
What's going on now?
in this country.
well, this marvelous project.
Wow. I'm actually recording the interview that you did to post it on YouTube, so I got one ear on that. That's messed up. That's
Please help him out.
I don't know.
Pause, if you would.
Let me give you.
You know, as a voice for
Okay.
those out in our streets.
Well, you know, I
It's today.
why we're not facing
What time is it at?
country through our media to spend stories when we. So thank you for your time. We will have you on again real soon, I promise. Okay. And God bless you.
Son of a bitch.
Thank you,
Well,
Michael, very much.
all right. Let me give you a call back.
We'll be right back after this message.
Okay, bye.